Test, 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 testing, 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 test, 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 testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 730 of the Daily Mother Us. Whoa, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, and sleazecast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. And let's take a look at these bad boys. They're looking good. They're looking good. Today is either an arm day or a leg day. I almost feel like I need to celebrate with both, even though that's not going to happen. I got to pick one. But today is episode 730. And those of you that don't know, now you know, you're about to know, is that today is the 2 years in a row. Today is episode 730. That's 365 times 2. So today is the 2-year anniversary of the rebranding of the Daily Swole. The second year, every damn fucking day. So let's float some biceps. The biceps will be the round of applause, right? The biceps will be the round of applause. So right now, drop in the comments, drop some biceps, say what up. Say what up to Papa Swoyo. I'm amped today. We're going to chill. Let's do a lot of Q&A. Let's just talk shop. Let's talk logic. Let's talk approach. Let's talk the mental game. Let's talk about exercises. Let's just have a nice conversation. So drop some questions in the comments. Let's introduce everyone. If it's your first time, welcome to the Gain Train. You're on a special episode. Number 730. It's pretty cool. Thank you for joining me for the Quadcast. Of course, we are live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Swolenormous. We are also live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at Swolenormous. And you can catch all the episodes of the podcast on SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, anywhere you like to consume your audio content. You can catch all Papa Swoyo, the fucking Gain Train. Thanks, Wilson, Andrew, Robert Castro on Facebook. Andrew, Michael, I'm in the middle of Total Body Ignite right now, so I'll have to stop back in later. Don't stop the Gain Train, bro. Those that don't know what Total Body Ignite is, that's one of the workouts in Swolenormous X, my private site. So yeah, today, because it's the second anniversary, it's kind of like celebration that I'm running a special trial offer right now for Swolenormous X. So if you've been following me for a while and you want to get started, what's really cool about today is I'm kind of overlapping a bunch of big things. So there's a whole new content release that's coming for Swolenormous X, and I'm going to drop that tonight. It's going to be later than I anticipated, than I wanted to, because I still need to get my workout in and I want to do some more tweaks. So today, I really want to get that up, and that's going to be for the program vault, launching the program vault. So now you'll have, those of you that are Swolenormous X members, now you'll have the whole program. You'll have the whole program schedule, and then you'll have additional plug and play workouts that will go right into that schedule, in addition to your virtual trainer. So in addition to those more advanced workouts where you're literally training with me in the gym with the audio training, you can literally go into the program vault and get a new, what will be, let's say, a Total Body Ignite workout or an awareness workout, which we're going to start with. I'm going to launch some really cool stabilization and some cool functional workouts, because I want everyone to be able to either go back. And that's one of the things that we can start with training, because I'm going through some personal shifts in how I'm approaching my own physical training, my own scheduling, and what I'm doing in terms of my volume. When you're taking an approach with awareness, that style of training, stabilization, functional training, it's great to go back. It's great to deload. And I don't think enough people do that. How many of you deload? How many of you know what deloading is? And deloading is just a different phase of training. It just means that you're taking time off, essentially. Not rest days, but you're decreasing the volume, decreasing the intensity. It allows your body to stay active and stay kind of revving the engine, kind of idling, but not overload the body, because you need periods of recovery. You need periods where you tone down a little bit. And that's one of the hard things to recognize, is a lot of times we will just stick to a schedule. And keep going because we're used to going and going and going. We're used to training. We're used to just moving forward, and we don't stop. So we'll do a bodybuilding split, and we'll just do that for years until we break, instead of backing off and doing some lighter weeks, or one. It doesn't have to be 7 weeks. It doesn't have to be 3 months of going lighter. It could just be a week. It could be 2 weeks, but it's literally a downshift essentially that allows you to keep making progress and keep the juice flowing, so to speak, while giving your body time to recover and not be overloaded and slammed all the fucking time. So it's not good to be sore all the time, fam. It's not good to be sore all the time. It's not good to be just crushing yourself all the fucking time. So that's kind of like the way it's been for the podcast. It's been up and down. We've done long episodes, we've done interviews, we've done hardcore technical episodes, we've done rage episodes where it's just been in your face. It's a mix. It's a mix. And sometimes your fitness is going to be a mix, and your approach to your training is going to be a mix, and your programming will be a mix. You should write a book. I do have a book, The 7 Pillars of Swolenormous. You haven't checked it out yet, my free ebook. Check it out. Check it out. It's usually in one of my links somewhere. About, if you want, you could DM me and I'll send you a link. I have books and books and content. What's probably going to happen? What's probably going to happen is I'll have someone ghostwrite a book based on just my massive amounts of material, because there's 730 episodes. There's several books in the content. If you transcribe everything, that's an encyclopedia of fucking gains. And that's what I want this to be. That's what I want the Daily Swole to be. I don't want there to be any topic that goes unturned or unaddressed, as long as I have something to add to it of value. That's the thing. I don't know about everything. And here's the also thing, because it's my show, I don't know about everything, but I also don't care about everything either. I don't care about certain types of training just because it's not my interest. But if there's value there, and there's value for you doing a certain type of training, or there's value for you approaching your training a certain way, of course, I'll let you know that. I'll be honest. Just because I don't do cycling doesn't mean that cycling isn't a valuable or effective form of exercise, depending on the person, depending on what you or they want. So that's something that I've learned over the course of me doing this every day. And that's what this episode is going to be about. Just kind of me reflecting over the past 2 years, answering some questions and giving some perspective, because when you approach your daily life and your work the same way you do your fitness, with the consistency, you start seeing a lot of similarities between fitness and life. And that's why a lot of my content relates to just life in general. That's why a lot of it might seem inspirational or motivational. It's really just because there's so many similarities with the effort and the consistency and the discipline and the nature of how to get results with the body, because the body moves slow. The body's slow evolutionarily, and also with that, essentially with adaptation. So your body adapts slowly, but it will adapt. And because of that, it's very similar to life. It's very similar to all types of progress, because things don't happen, snap your fingers overnight. How'd you get your name Swolenormous? Combine the word swole and enormous, and you get Swolenormous. That's how I got it. Happy 2 years. Thanks, love. Literally, that's your name on Instagram. Love._CA. Love, California. Stone Fit, deload, baby. That's where the gains are made. Fuck yeah, bro. That's where the gains are made. The gains are made everywhere, fam. I just posted on Instagram. Okay, so those that are watching on Instagram, let me see if I can pull it up right here while we're live. Gonna start doing some different things. So I'm gonna show the screen. This is the latest Instagram picture. I posted this about 16 minutes ago. So it's this one. Okay. And those of you that are also not following me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. I drop some knowledge nukes over there on Twitter. But I post some of those also on Instagram. And today's quote, or what struck me today as being powerful and something that I wanted to share, was, quote, and quoting myself, quote, "If you ease up for a second, laziness will seep in like a plague. Keep active. It's that simple. Keep active. Keep moving." I don't think we get enough credit for just moving, like just keeping motion. Doesn't have to be lifting weights, just keeping your body active, keeping your mind active, always having something to do, always having something to reach for, to strive for, always having something on your schedule. That famous saying, idle hands are the devil's plaything. Well, I don't believe in that stuff, but idle hands definitely breeds laziness. And if you call laziness the devil, then yeah, then you're then laziness is the devil, and that's what's bred. If you don't have something coming up, if you don't have a schedule, if you don't have a routine, if you don't have anything going on, you're gonna die. You're gonna wither and die. You're just gonna disappear. You're gonna just fucking disappear and go and just slink back into the shadows. You're gonna lose your momentum. Momentum is a powerful thing. That's one thing that I've learned as well, is that momentum is powerful. And doing the daily show, it's not easy. It's not easy. I look at sometimes what I do every day, and I want you to look at what you do every day and think about it the same way that I'm going to explain the way I look at my day. I sometimes write down all the things that I do, mundane or massive, right? So I upload a video, I'll write it down. Sometimes I've made a list of all the things I've done today, whether it's okay, so I did the show on these platforms, I uploaded to each one of these, I renamed that, I did. And sometimes when you write it out, you realize how much you actually accomplish. Even the little things, even if it's laundry, it's still something that you spend time on, that you did, that you accomplished. So all those things that you're doing every day, they add up. Now, if you eat every single day, which you do, right? I'm sure most of you eat every day. Think about this. You eat once, twice, three, four, five, who knows how many times a day. You eat every day. What's going to happen? You're going to grow. You're going to survive. You're going to live. You can safely say that at the end of someone's life, let's say they live to 100, that they survived to be 100 because they ate every day. That's a daily task. Of course, you're thinking, well, Papa Swole, no shit, they lived to be 100 because they ate every day. Eating is fuel. But eating is also progress. You would have gotten to be 80, 90, fucking 50. You never would have gotten to be 1 if you didn't eat every day. So it's that constant event, that constant accomplishment, that constant let me eat, let me eat. It's like let me train, let me sleep, let me do coats of paint, coats of paint. I use this analogy a lot because you can't paint a wall with one thick coat of paint, right? It's better if you do 3 or 4 thinner coats. It'll stick better. You won't have as much reflection or refraction through the light. You won't get those drip marks. It won't look thick and chunky and dull. You'll get a better, truer color because of the thinner coats, just the way it looks. And that is something that's important to understand when it comes to any kind of progress. It's going to be those coats of paint. It's going to be that little bit every day. So for my personal approach to fitness, and I want you to think about this in terms of your training, what I have been doing lately is I've been doing less volume per workout. So I'm not going, when I was like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when I first started, I was just bulking season every day. It was just no matter what, get fucking huge. Just get fucking huge. It was Operation Get Fucking Huge. And it was DEFCON level fucking 1 every day. It was just DEFCON 1. And for those that don't know, DEFCON 1's actually the most extreme. It's not DEFCON 5. Little fun fact there. It was just nuclear wars imminent every fucking day. And you go to the gym and just destroy, right? I'd be in a freaking theoretical wheelchair for 7 days. I do legs, I just be crushed. I do chest, and I just be crushed. Now, I am more a fan of not being crushed, not being crippled, staying mobile. Being sore is fine. Being sore is fine, but I hit each body part hard, but I don't worry so much about the volume. I'm not trying to do 30, 40, 50 sets. I'm talking about on a regular basis. I'm more concerned with consistency and going every day or doing something every day. So whether it's yoga or whether it's a training session, going in, I'd rather do just chest rather than chest and tris or chest and bis or chest and shoulders. Go in, do a bunch, do a little bit, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, hit it hard, warm, not including the warm up, might go for an hour, hour and a half, but warm up, stretch, crush it, boom, leave, just not overdo it. And I think that's a huge mental shift, because once you start backing up and saying, okay, don't overdo it, you're admitting to yourself, or you're making the point to yourself that it's no longer about getting as big as you can. From what I was doing, it was no longer about getting as huge as I possibly could. It was no longer getting as strong as I possibly could. It was more about keeping healthy and not getting injured, because you realize as you get older and as you train, as you expose yourself to stress over and over again, the number one thing that is going to inhibit your process and inhibit your progress. Listen up. Listen up. This is the most important thing that I could probably ever say. The number one thing that will inhibit your progress is going to be injury. Is going to be injury and time not spent doing what it fucking takes to make progress. It's so simple. It's not Should I do dumbbell press instead of barbell? Should I do machines instead of cables? What if I don't have cables? What other exercise can I do? Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm at a plateau. What other exercise would be good for? It's not that. That's not what gets you results. That's not what gets you results. It's not about, oh, you did this exercise instead of that exercise. Do you understand how big and how fucking big you can get by just doing pressing, like dumbbell or barbell bench? Do you know how big you can fucking get just by doing deadlifts? Do you have any idea how big you can fucking get just by doing dumbbell or barbell rows? Just fucking pull shit, push shit, curl shit, do triceps extensions with shit, squat. You're going to get fucking huge. Most people just don't like to do the same old boring exercises and eat a shitload of food for 10 years to build that kind of mass. But trust me, I've done it. It's basic. You don't need all the variety that everyone's blowing smoke up your ass. Oh, muscle confusion, mix it up, all this variety. You don't need that much. You don't need that much variety. You just don't. And I know that for a fact because I've done it, especially when you first start training. Your body hasn't been exposed to everything, so you need less variety. As you get older, and when I say by older, what I mean is as you age, if you've been training for 10 years, remember you have 10 years of wear under your body. It's like having a 10-year-old car. If you've been training for 20 years, think about the wear and tear that your body has gone or withstood and dealt with for the last 20 years. Of course, if you're doing active recovery and mobility, that's why I'm always pushing yoga so hard, fam, because that is going to keep you healthier longer. But my point being is you start compounding the stress and your body starts reacting differently. So understanding that your goal needs to shift, your mindset needs to shift. It becomes far more important to be healthy to train rather than just crush yourself and have some kind of superficial goal that's going to disappear anyway. And honestly, I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to be in fucking pain. I don't want to hurt. And when I say hurt, I don't want to have tendinitis. I don't want to have all these fucking things that people deal with. Okay, here's the best way for me to describe it. I don't want to have all the shit that people deal with as a result of things that are preventable. I don't want to have back pain from preventable shit. I don't want to have ankle pain or knee pain from preventable shit. I don't want to have shoulder pain or neck pain from preventable shit. I don't want to have pain from something that could have been prevented. I don't want to have pain from doing shoulder training a little bit differently so I won't have a shoulder injury. I don't have to do an overhead press with 100 pounds. Why? Why the fuck would I ever have to lift something that's 100 pounds over my fucking head? It's fine to be able to, but do I have to train for that all the time to be able to lift 100 pounds over my head once? If you're in a situation where you have to lift 100 pounds over your head, like have to, you're in some serious fucking shit. That might be the least of your worries. That could be the least of your worries. However, it's fine to be able to do that one time. But to train like that every fucking week for the off chance that you might have to lift someone out of the water to save their life over your head for whatever reason, you know, you can summon up some adrenaline and fucking really hammer that out in the moment, I'm sure. So to train like every day is the Super Bowl, think about professional athletes. There's only the postseason once a year. There's only the Super Bowl once a year. Spending it all in the gym and having a Super Bowl every fucking day is how people get hurt. They don't pace themselves. Listen, fam, this is the Super Bowl. Every day. Every day is the fucking Super Bowl. But it has to be a low-level Super Bowl. Every day you need to perform. But do you have to perform at your highest level every day? Do you have to go and train for a PR and try to get a personal fucking record every day in the gym? Do you have to? Why do you need to break your record from last week? Who the fuck cares? You care. Oh, you're so competitive with yourself. There's no purpose to it. I'm sorry, but there's really no purpose to it. Self-satisfaction. I beat my time. I ran it in 6:29 instead of 6:35. Well, pat yourself on the fucking back. Great job. What's next? 6:20? Like running a mile, sprinting it faster? Okay. You're going to die soon and you're not going to be able to run this when you're 90. So what the fuck is the point? There is diminishing returns is my point in telling you this. There's diminishing returns. You could love whatever you want. You could be so passionate about running a faster mile. That's fine. I really don't care. That's not the point of what I just said. But there's a point of diminishing returns and a point where you're just not going to see the results. You're not going to get faster. You're going to start decreasing with performance. You're going to have other issues, other goals in your life. You're going to have other things that come up that, you're going to have other things that come up that are going to be more important. You're not gonna be able to maintain. Like, I'm not gonna be able to maintain this physique for the rest of my life. It would be nice, but it's going to change. It's going to look differently. My muscles will mature more, but then they'll start to sag and I won't be able to maintain the same amount of muscle mass. And I'll probably go on testosterone replacement because I'm open to that. And I want to live a long, healthy, and physically fit life. And I'm fine with doing some kind of like replacement therapy, not, full blown fucking anabolics. That's fine. Living longer and living healthier, that's the future of science and epigenetics and, all that stuff and endocrinology. That's the future of human health for sure. That's a huge part of it. So I'm fine with all that. But I know it doesn't matter. I'm not going to look at 90 the way I do today, which, okay, no one does. But you need to understand that process and getting to 90 is also the important thing. I might not look the same way as I do now. Who knows? Maybe I'll fucking look better. Maybe technology will get so amazing that I'll look the same when I'm 90. But the point being is that what you do today is how you're going to, I want to say look, but that's how you're going to feel. The care and the awareness that you have for your training today is what kind of life you're going to live when you're 80 or 90. You keep on lifting fucking super heavy and just crushing yourself and doing, whether it's CrossFit or Olympic lifting and all these things, I'm telling you, in your 50s, 60s, 70s, you are going to be so fucked up and destroyed, and you can't go back from that. You can get a hip replacement, you can get surgery. It's all hit or miss. You're going to have a lot of issues. I see it all the time. You see it all the time. What's interesting is that this time period now, in the last 10 years or so, maybe 10 years, where extreme exercise, right? Like the Spartan races, CrossFit, all these things where it's just beat the fucking shit out of yourself and competitive fitness, whatever the fuck it is, not the Olympics, but competitive fitness. That has only gotten popular in the last 10 years. So this is going to be interesting in 30 or 40 years. I think the occupation that's going to come back with a vengeance is going to be physical therapy and people that really know what they're fucking talking about, AKA yours truly. I'm not a physical therapist, but the approach, right? Yoga and all these kinds of recovery things are going to be huge in 30 or 40 years when everyone's absolutely fucking destroyed. Fucking destroyed. Can you imagine? Think about how destroyed people are going to be in 30 years. Destroyed. I'm just anticipating it. But that's neither here nor there. My point in being here and showing you the consistency is to keep myself consistent. The Daily Swole keeps me daily. It keeps me consistent. And it also relates directly to everything else that I do in my life and everything else that you can visualize for your life with your progress and how you want to improve your fitness. And just think about it. Think about the long term. I started off with these numbers. I said yesterday, I started numbering them 001 from the first episode because I knew I was going to do it for I was going to do it until 3 digits. I was going to do 100 episodes. And now I can't wait for 1,000. It's going to happen in the next, 270 episodes. So before the end of next year, probably in, what is that? After 2019, early 2019, we'll be on it or something like that, whatever the day is. So it's exciting stuff. But it's just another episode. It's just another day. Today is just another day. It's another opportunity, like anything else, another opportunity to get it done. But what you do today is going to lead to tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So that's important to understand. You need to come at your fitness from the right place today, because in 30 or 40 or 50 years, what you have then in terms of your health, your physical structure, if you're damaged and fucked up and banged up, what you do today is what's going to relate then. What you have then is going to directly reflect what you're doing today and the choices you're making now in your life. Samina Stupar, I have reached episode 230 of the Daily Swole today. Soon I'm going to get you. Oh, you're going to catch up? So that means, Samina, how many of you have listened to every episode? Has anyone here watching now live, have any of you listened to all 730? Some of you have. Some of you, I know people had told me that they listened to every episode at like 300 or 400 when we're going over them. So Samina is at 230. So you have to listen. All you have to do is listen to at least one a day and you'll get to me eventually. But you do one a day and I'll always be ahead of you. If you only do one a day, I'll always be ahead. I'll never do 2 a day, but we'll see. Tyler, a bear, still trying to catch up to old Papa Swolio. Still trying to catch up. Mike Honcho, thanks, fam. This show got me thinking, and that caused action. Thank you, good sir. And thank you for tuning in, Mike. I appreciate it. Yeah, make sure everyone that's watching, drop a comment right now. Say what's up. Say what's up. Let me put yourself out there, drop a comment. Give me the opportunity right now to thank you for watching the show, because it's never been about how many people were watching live, right? This is about just creating that foundation, and it reaches a lot of people, that listen to the podcast later on or watch a replay. I know going live is not convenient for everyone, and it's a long show. So to be able to sit there and watch in the moment for 20 minutes, an hour, I get it. So that's why it's a podcast. And, that's why it has such versatility, because you can watch it, you can interact live, you can watch clips, you can replay it, you can listen to the podcast. It's a lot of different ways to consume it. Skulltress on Twitch. Great content, man. Keep it up. Thanks, fam. I appreciate it. And thank you for everyone that's been tuning into Twitch, because I've been broadcasting for a while there, but doing it daily. So thank you so much for the Twitch fam. Appreciate that. And if any of you haven't caught it on Twitch yet, the quality is phenomenal. The quality is phenomenal on Twitch. It's even better than than YouTube and Facebook. It's amazing. The streaming is amazing over there. CJMR350 on Instagram. What's up? Been watching since around 650. Addicted. Got to hear the new Swole daily. Hell yeah. Don't forget the old ones, though. It's a lot to ask, right? You've been watching since 650 to say, hey, but don't forget the other 649. No, but it's cool. There's so much content. There's so much prior content, a lot of nitty gritty and detail, but you guys can always search it on YouTube and listen to specific episodes. Rob Smith, what's up? 37-year-old follower. What's going on, man? Thank you for watching. Tiffany Toomey on YouTube. Love the live calls. Could be overwhelming, but you keep telling us to just start exercising, get our bodies moving, then add the nutrition part. Well, thank you, Tiffany. I'm glad you like the calls. How does everyone else feel about the calls? You like the live call episodes? I love those because you get to hear it from people like yourself. You get to hear it from their mouth. Literally, you get to hear it from them. And I get to really ask questions, I think, that relate to a lot of you and what you're all going through. And yeah, it could be overwhelming. Fitness is overwhelming. It is, because fitness itself is just, you're getting hammered by everyone. You're getting hammered by even the supermarkets. When you go to the supermarkets, they all have their own fitness supplement section, and everyone that has their products in there. So you're getting hammered by that stuff. You're getting hammered on every single food product, right? It's low carb, it's high carb, it's low fat, it's high fat, it's artificial, it's sweetened, natural sweeteners. Like, you're getting hammered by nutrition and fitness content all the time. So it is overwhelming, but simplification, right? Thanks, Dale, on Twitch. The content is phenomenal too. Thank you. You're welcome, brother. Thank you for the support. Yeah, there's a lot of, you're just getting hammered all the fucking time. That's what you have to remember, is that with nutrition, especially, you're getting hammered all the time because everyone wants to sell you a product. There's not too many things that are better than a food product, because you get addicted to it, especially if it's high in sugar. Jack on Instagram, the live streams have helped push me into a different level, my wrestling career. You helped me win league. Fuck yeah, Jack. Congratulations. Yeah. Any other wrestlers out there? Sports, athletes, high school, college, amateur, recreational? INPWR lift. What would you consider a good rep range for deadlift? That depends. That's a tough call, because high rep deadlifts is great. I personally do think once you start getting past, honestly, this is for me personally, 12, 15, like even 12, 15 repetitions for a warm up, but doing 20 sets for a deadlift, 25 sets, 30 sets, I think you're wasting your time. So deadlifts are one of those exercises where I'm not a fan of high repetition. I just don't think there's a point. I don't think there's a point to it unless it's a warm up set. I don't think there's any need or purpose for endurance in that movement particularly. I just don't think it's really that necessary. Doesn't mean you can't adapt to it. Doesn't mean you can't build endurance in those muscles, of course, but it's really important to know how to lift something heavy off the ground one time, right? Like, let's say you have a TV you're trying to move and you're lifting it off the ground and you're alone, or you have a table you're moving. You're going to bend down, pick something up and fucking move it. You're not going to move it 30 fucking times and lift it up and put it back down, and lift it up and put it back down, lift it up and put it back down. it's just not realistic. So for deadlift, I wouldn't say a 1 rep max. Be careful with that, like with any 1 rep max. But deadlifts are actually one of the safer exercises to do a 1 rep max because you don't need a spotter. You can just drop the weight. But yeah, got to be careful going to absolutely your limit. But I would say for deadlifts, anywhere between 6 and 10, pretty standard. You can go a little bit heavier. You can go a little bit lower for deadlifts. You could do 3, 4. I like that. In terms of for me, for going heavy on deadlifts, I like to go only as heavy as I can do 3 or 4 repetitions. I'm not a big fan of 1 rep max. I just don't like to go to the point where literally my back could snap because it can't handle. It's a maximum effort. It's just, not my cup of tea. Too much risk. Nowhere near the reward that would make it valuable for me to risk my health for a result. Like I wouldn't care. Kyrie, newbie here. You popped up my Facebook feed a couple days ago. I've been binge watching your YouTube videos. I've thrown away so much food. I thought I was healthy. I couldn't say thank you enough. You've inspired me. Well, thanks, Kyrie. I appreciate that. I'm sorry that you've been throwing away so much food. Donate it. Hey guys, fam, don't just throw away food. Like literally, I get it. Clean out your fridge. I mean, if it's something that's expired, don't donate it, but go to a local food shelter or, homeless shelter or something and just put it in a box, like canned foods and all that shit. Like literally donate it, give it away, give it to people that would need it, give it to people that don't care about an elimination diet, give it to people that need some kind of food in order to survive. Right. Yeah. Donate it. But I hear you. I hear you. When you start looking at certain things and start narrowing down what's in your fridge based on a couple rules, you're like, shit, I can't eat any of this fucking stuff. What kind of music do you listen to? Crucial question, as it directly affects your gains. Ha! Right? Brett Hilbachuk, thank you. Congrats on 2 years, brosif. Thanks, Brett. What kind of music do I listen to? You mean in the gym? It really depends. Sometimes I'll listen to trance. Sometimes I'll listen to fucking metal, like heavy shit. Sometimes I'll listen to a podcast. I do. Sometimes it really depends on if I'm recording a virtual trainer or I'm doing content, for example. You know what's shitty? What's shitty is that yesterday my headphones wouldn't connect to my iPhone. So I had to fucking listen to the gym music, which was pretty good actually. They were playing some old school Eminem, so at least I had something decent to listen to. Is the sun too bright in there? Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Those of you that might be joining for the first time, you always ask me, why you wear your sunglasses? Or why you're wearing your sunglasses inside? First off, I'm in Florida, so the sunshine state, yeah, it's pretty fucking bright all the time. But honestly, it's because I have this condition, this ocular condition that it's the weirdest thing. It's like a genetic mutation. I actually photosynthesize with receptors in my eyeballs. So what happens is I suffer from acute myoswolitis. So when the light hits my eyes, I can't control muscle synthesis. So if I don't wear glasses, I get too big. So I try to block out as much as I can because I don't want to, it's just how big can you get, right? And it gets to a point where it's just like, you're pushing it, right? You're going to start making babies cry, Papa Swole. I mean, bam, back off. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that thinks that I was just serious is a fucking idiot. FYI. This guy's so full of himself. He thinks he's so massive. I like Nightwish. Nightwish is great. That's what, like the classical musicians that play metal. That's cool. I went through a phase of that, but I burned out. I got tired of that pretty quick. But it's cool. It's cool. If it's interesting if you've never listened to them. Skyrus. Ooh, Skyrus Fear. That sounds like a video game. Skyrus Fear. Literally just got home after an extreme abs pump. I have an abs pump. Like your abs are just jutting out. I see good old Papa Swolio live on YouTube. Couldn't have timed it better. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Kyrie Harris. Corn and soy is everywhere. Once you start looking for it and you know what you're looking for, yeah. Jared Rogers, same. Sandy, I miss some shows. I forget when it starts most of the time. Well, it starts at different times. It used to be at 12 noon every day. It used to be at 12 noon every day, but that has been, it just wasn't able to, I wasn't able to maintain that anymore. It's unrealistic because one of the reasons why, first, there's actually a couple reasons for those of you that might have gone back to other episodes and heard me talk about 12 noon Eastern time every day, blah, blah, blah. First off, a lot of people don't know what Eastern time is relative to their time zone. So one of the biggest things is that I don't have a local show. It's not local for the news. I'm not reporting traffic at 4 a.m. So what's interesting is that my content is international big time. There's a lot of members, even of the private community. A lot of you that are members of Swolenormous X are from the UK. You're from Europe, Eastern Europe. You're from. We've had some people in India. We have some people in China and also in Australia. So there's a lot of different time zones to hit. And what I started thinking about was also, in addition to it will help me get more content done and be more flexible and get more things done overall, makes me more efficient when I can go live when I can based on my schedule. But now, since I've been doing different times, those of you that are different in different time zones have been able to catch me live. And I see a lot of different names popping in all the time because if you're always in or if you live in Australia, for example, let's say it's a 12-hour difference and I'm always 12 noon, it's midnight where you are. It's the next day. So if I'm doing 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., hey, it might be 5 a.m. You might catch it. If I do 8 p.m., it might be 8 a.m. You might catch it. So I'm seeing different names and I get to hit different people live. But the great thing is it's recorded. So you just tap, if you just can't catch it and you never catch it, just pop on the podcast and that's fine. But then if you have your notifications, you can just come in whenever. I don't look swole. Jigger Joe. Jigger Joe. You don't look swole. Maybe not. Urgh. I got muscles. I got muscles. Oh, God. That hurt. Maybe it's a lower body day today. I felt everything cramp up. I'll tell you what. Sometimes I don't feel swole. I feel like I look more swole than I am. Oh, my God. Sometimes you flex. That's when you know you're getting older, is when you flex and you're, okay, that was enough for today. I squeezed it. I squeezed the bicep. I'm exhausted. I'm ready for a nap. I'm going to be that dude. I'm going to be that dude when I get older that I'm going to do 3 sets and then goes and takes a nap, comes back, does another couple sets, goes, takes a nap. Starting to get to that point. I think it's also when I've been sitting on this freaking ball for 35 minutes. That also gets me a little bit like, stiff. Joanne Mary, it's hard to catch it. So happy when I do. Sweet. Well, I'll tell you what, if I can get back on if I can make that a regular schedule, it's a little bit too conflicting. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to do it daily. And what was cool is that I did that for another reason too. I did that for my own consistency. I did it to make sure that it got done every day. So I made it a commitment. I made it part of the promotion. I just said it all the time. And then it was just written in stone. But then I actually got to the point where I realized, well, this is my own shit. I could do it whenever I want if I want to. So I tried it. And I've been trying it like this for a while. So if I ever feel like going back to a set time, I will. But the community has grown a lot more when it's random. It's grown a lot more. And the great thing is just have your notifications on. Keep it casual. Turn your notification. Oh, Papa Swole goes live. Jump in. Hey, what's going on? Cool. I'm glad I caught it today. That's why we got notifications, right? You can set your phone to notify you when the show is live, when my Facebook page, when I have a new post. You just got to prioritize it on Facebook. Hit the bell on the subscribe next to the subscribe on YouTube. Turn your post, the 3 dots in the top right on Instagram. Just turn on your post notifications. Then when I go live, you'll get a little banner advertisement or something that says Papa Swolio is now live or Swolenormous is now live on Instagram or on YouTube and such. And then boom, you catch me live. But now I like hitting the new community. I like getting, because it's super fucking cool. It's international. Where's everyone from? Where are we at right now? Where are we at with location? You need someone else to talk to during this show. You sound insane all by yourself. Dude, fucking change the channel, you idiot. God, stupid people. I'm fucking with you. No, actually, I'm not. Go watch something else. I look insane. I sound insane. I'm talking to you, bro. That's the cool thing. I'm talking to hundreds of people right now. Hundreds of people on multiple platforms. I'm talking to everyone. It's a podcast, fam. From Austria, my boy. Welcome from Austria. Hey, Jigger Joe, where are you from? Yes, you do? Fine. I don't mind sounding insane. The insane people are the ones that change the fucking world, man. The insane people are the ones that actually make a difference because they don't follow the norm. I'll tell you what, if I had someone here all the time and I had to depend on someone else, I guarantee I wouldn't be on episode 730, and I guarantee the content wouldn't be as fire. Guaranteed. Don't depend on anyone. Don't depend on anyone for your consistency. I'll tell you what, actually, I also train by myself. more often than not. I've seen all my progress pretty much training by myself. I don't mind training with other people, but I like to have my own flow when I want my own flow. Very independent when I do my training, like when I actually lift in the gym. I have great workouts with other people, but it's not regular. Most of my stuff is by myself. America, Michigan, California, New Hampshire, from Florida, but staying in North Carolina. Joseph Sayer, you're the man, Swole. I've been hitting the gym and been riding the skateboard 246. Nice. 24/7, I'm assuming. 24/6, 6 days a week. I'm a semi-pro rugby player and I still have no shoulder gains. Any advice? Also, I'm from Wales. Crush those shoulders, man. Crush those shoulders. I mean, any advice? What are you doing for shoulders now? I mean, I don't know what rugby has to do with you building your shoulders up, but overhead pressing is effective, but doing the rear deltoid, cables, high rep, mixing it up, a lot of volume. The shoulders may need a lot of volume. It depends. It depends. But high rep is great for shoulders. You can really flush some crazy blood, but partial reps, heavy partial reps, there's a lot of different strategies for the shoulder. But basic is always best, man. Basic and consistent. Hi, love the show. Checking in from Wisconsin. God, how's everyone doing up there in the north? Freezing your fucking asses off? Still cold? 4:30 a.m. in Perth, Australia. See, I told you. 4:30 a.m. on Monday. Jace, is that how you pronounce your name? Jace? On my way to work, brother. Well, have a good day at work. 4:30 a.m. in Australia. So that 12-hour split the next day, 12 hours. That's so cool. We got people on their way to work in Australia watching me right now. That's fucking awesome. Going back to that jabroni comment earlier about not having someone with me on the show, that's the best part about this. Everyone here is with me on the show. That's why it's a live broadcast. Today is just more casual. Because it's episode 730, because it's a Sunday and I'm making it casual. That's why we're just having a general conversation. But if you're new to the podcast, obviously every day has a specific topic. Today is just the topic is 2-year anniversary, 730 days straight, just chilling and sending my thanks and answering some questions with a fam. But every day has got a topic and a title and a direction. I'm in the military and I struggle with sit-ups. How would you train to get better? You might need to cross train a little bit. You can get better at sit-ups, but doing planks, doing glute activation work. It might sound counterintuitive, but strengthening your glutes and doing glute work will strengthen your core and help you generate more power, sit-ups, crunches, and so forth. So glute activation, single leg squats, single leg balance exercises, hip bridges, but the right way, lateral tube walking. I have a lot of that content on my YouTube channel and also some stuff on Facebook. All that stuff, of course, is in Swolenormous X2 with my glute activation packs and lessons and stuff like that. Indianapolis, 80 degrees. All right. So spring all of a sudden showed up. It was like snowing 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Here in the armpit of Michigan, it's finally warm. Welcome. Joseph, I remember watching episode 40 on Periscope back in the day. God, Periscope sucked. Nah, I mean, I think it's still going on, right? Periscope still exists. I don't know who still uses that. That was Troll City. Twitch is kind of like that. Twitch is kind of like the new troll. But you have some ability to censor and to screen and stuff like that. I just haven't dug into it. But every new platform that does live streaming has that troll quality and people that just want to insult others and stuff like that. YouTube can be like that too. But I think what's happening now is that the algorithms from all the sites are filtering out random people from seeing random stuff. So you don't get a lot of random non-followers and non-fans and non-supporters into live streams. You get mostly the people that do like to see it and aren't going to come in and be, douche nozzles, for example. You're welcome, Ian. Just finished Total Body Ignite, sweating like the gym is in a sauna. Nice, Michael. Awesome, bro. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Andrew. Yeah, so it's been a long journey, fam. We've done Facebook Live from the beginning. Left Facebook Live for a little bit. Was doing Periscope. Was doing Busker, which is a defunct app now. Was doing all sorts of stuff. Been doing YouTube. Been doing Twitch, Facebook, Instagram for a while. It's just every time something else comes out, I want to do it. Every time something else comes out, I want to do it. I want to be there. I want to be on the forefront of all the new live streaming. So anything that comes out, if there's ever a new app or something that people are using that gets popular, I'll be on it. I'll be on it. I'll be there like a bear. So this isn't going to stop. And really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter what platform it is. You stay plugged into the community. You stay plugged into here. You're going to know where we're going. So remember, everyone, Quadcast every day, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and every episode podcast, wherever you like to catch your podcast, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, all those places, every fucking day, 2 years, fam. And right now running relaunched the special offer for the free trial for Swolenormous X. So if you're interested in the online training, my programs, all my nutrition, all my instructional videos, yoga classes, everything, all my programming is at swolenormousx.com. So you can get your free trial today. And what's awesome for those of you that are already in Swolenormous X, remember, today I'm going to drop the new section, the brand new section. So we already got the 90-day dash. We already got the instructional videos up. We got the virtual trainer that's up, the yoga classes section. We have all those sections up already with the workshop section. All those things are up. I'm adding an entire new content section today. I don't care what the fuck it looks like. It's going up today, and you guys are going to start dipping into that. So that's super exciting. So I'll be going in Swolenormous X live later today on Facebook to make that announcement, but it's going to be later tonight because I got some stuff I got to do. I have some pumping that needs to get done and some more fucking laundry. I got some of that boring shit to do today too. Just like all of you, Papa Swole does laundry. Can't have those poop stains in the undies. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Beaches. But thank you everyone for joining me for the past 2 years. And also today for episode 730 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. I will see all of you in Swolenormous X. Remember, go check out that special offer, swolenormousx.com. Link is in the bio, in the description, in my post descriptions. It's everywhere, and I can't wait to go live with all of you X members today. Excited about the new content release. So I'll see you all in Swolenormous X, and I will see everyone else here tomorrow for episode 741 of the Daily Swole. Keep it large and in charge. Everest and K2 flexing on you. Hope you enjoyed these knowledge nukes, the knowledge fisting straight to the taint like we do every damn day. I'll see you all in Swolenormous X. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose. Papa Swolio. Out. Here is to the next 730 fucking episodes. Just the beginning. Tomorrow is just another day. Today is just another day. We're going to keep on crushing it. Peace out, fam. See you later. Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Later, fam. Peace out, guys. See you all in Swolenormous X. Later, IG. Peace out. Facebook. Later, guys. Later, YouTube. Love you.